This is the day for Minnesota filmmakers coming through the Media Lounge, the WDSE WRPT Media Lounge at the Catalyst Content Festival in Duluth. I'm Cathy Wurzer. Joining us, Ben May, Cy Dodson, Minneapolis-based filmmakers. And the film is called Beneath the Ink. Beneath the Ink. So Cy, give me a thumbnail sketch before we show a little bit of a clip.
So the film is shot in my hometown of Zanesville, Ohio. And it's about a tattoo artist that covers up racist tattoos for free. Anybody that has racist imagery, things that they've got in prison, wherever it comes from, they can go and just walk into this tattoo studio and get it covered up.
Let's see a clip, shall we?
Right.
Okay, let's roll that.
Today I woke up, I think there were like 15 messages on Facebook. Yeah, it's been nuts, but I think it's really nice to be able to kind of help everybody, so. Okay.
Wednesday, 7:39 p.m. I was told that you have no problem covering like racist tattoos. Giant swastika on my stomach, a pretty big one on my shoulders. I've sent you a bunch of pictures of a bunch of race I have on me.
The calling and all this stuff's going to be the easiest part, you know. Them talking about it, telling their stories is super, super easy. But like getting them to walk through the door and taking the next step is the part that's like, you know, the big step. It's like facing it, and it's, here we are, and now it's time.
I don't know about the reaction to this film. What are people saying about it, Ben?
I mean, you know, this film has resonated across the country and all over the world, actually. It was a Oscar qualifying short film and was also nominated for the Emmys. So Cy was just out in New York, won 5 document short docs that were nominated for Emmys. He was up against, you know, HBO and, you know, other titans with this film. So the story of redemption and the complex story of redemption, which is in Beneath the Ink, has resonated with people all over. And that's why we're here. We want to make it into a series. So.
How would you make this into a series? Tell me about that.
So with the short film, social media, you know, it's kind of taken off with getting the film out there, and there's a waiting list now of people wanting to get tattoos covered up. So they've been funneling through Facebook, and we've been picking up, you know, the stories that we find interesting, and having phone conversations with them, and just making sure they're good to be a part of it. And so far, like, we've had half a dozen people that are willing to tell their stories for us.
What kind of platform are you looking for when it comes to this film? You mentioned you want a series, but if you had a magic wand, where would you want to have this end up?
I mean, I think, you know, we'd love to see it on something like A&E. You know,
that would be great.
You know, we can see this as a 22-minute series. You know, where we encounter a different person undergoing a transformation every episode. So I think there's a broadcast element to this. I think there's also a docu-series possibility for it with other streaming platforms. You know, Amazon, Netflix, and Hulu, and all the rest. I mean, there's so many outlets. I think this story really resonates with a lot of things that are going on today. You know, the divided America, and you know, especially a lot of the problems that people are experiencing in the heartland. This is a way to really dive deep into those issues by looking at what goes on beneath the ink. Right?
Yeah.
Right. You know, before we went live, I said that it was many years ago you and I talked. You've done films about a writer, a musician, and now a tattoo artist. What's the attraction for you as a filmmaker to focus in on artists?
You know, and I guess we're artists too, so it's you know, relating to someone who, you know, uses their passion to tell their stories, get their music out there, get their platforms out there. You know, we're doing the same thing and just helping them do it. You know, and Billy White was just, I mean, for me, he was an example of somebody using his abilities to make a difference in his community, and again, that's what inspired me to tell his story.
So you're here at Catalyst in Duluth. It's the first time for the Catalyst Content Festival in the Twin Ports. What are you thinking of it? What have you seen so far? Who have you met?
You know, Duluth is a fantastic city. It has a lot of soul. You know, the Twin Ports and Superior. You know, we love the hills. Everyone has been so nice. I think this is going to be a great home for the Catalyst Film Festival in the future. The new North Shore Theater is unbelievable. We just watched a documentary over there.
Isn't
It's
it
so
gorgeous?
beautiful.
Yeah.
You've got the cinema down the street, the Zeitgeist. I mean, this is a great venue. It's a great city. We're excited.
Right. Yeah.
Who have you met so far that you think will be a real, maybe a company or someone that can maybe push your project forward?
Well, we just had a great conversation with Abrams, the agency, and I mean they're on board and interested in helping us further this project along. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next few months.
What else are you going to be looking for here at Catalyst? I mean, I'm sure because you've had success. I mean, the fact that you've done so much great work so far, I bet people are coming up to you asking advice. What's the main theme that you're hearing from other people?
I think, you know, meeting other content makers and kind of getting insights into how they're getting their films done, making connections both in the Minnesota community and the larger community. The great thing about this festival is that people came from all over the world to come to Duluth to kind of work together on bringing content out. So it's about making connections and also having a good time. You know, it's great parties here, and Duluth has been a great host.
Final question, and I've asked this of other Minnesotans who've sat in the chairs here and who are creating great stuff. What needs to be done to really push Minnesota into the spotlight when it comes to a place to create good content? I mean, you know, we've had Snowbait, we've had some feature film shot here, but what really needs to be done, do you think?
No, I think the content's speaking for itself. I mean, we've had great documentaries come out and narrative work. I mean, Tribeca and Oscar qualifications and screening with awesome other filmmakers. You know, their work's been screened nationally, you know, just this past year with, you know, tons of documentary, great work being done. So, I mean, I think the content will speak for itself soon enough.
Yeah, and I think you know, Duluth, I think, is positioning itself in a way that, like, the Camden Film Festival has become a mecca for documentary filmmakers. Richard Hansen and his film festival here, along with the Catalyst Film Festival, it might become one of these towns that's sort of where everyone descends on, you know, for a couple weekends of the year. It really connects and falls in love with the city, and that will just be good for the economy and for Minnesota.
It's great you guys are here. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And really continued success. Congratulations.
Thanks so much. Thanks for
Absolutely. It's called Beneath the Ink. You got to check it out. And Ben May and Cy Dodson, it's just great having you guys here. So we'll have more, of course, from the Media Lounge here at the Catalyst Content Festival. For WDSE and WRPT, I'm Cathy Wurzer. We'll be back soon.